Hey, guys, listen. Since the wives are downtown feeding Christmas dinners to the homeless, shouldn't we be down at the nudie bar feeding dollars to the topless?
Yeah! Great idea! To the nudie bar!
Yeah! Where Christmas is nice.
And lap dances are half price.
Nudie bar!
Where you drink down the shooters
and unwrap the hooters.
Nudie bar!
Where eggnogs aplenty.
And the girls are all 20.
I just want to hang out.
No big deal.
What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another YoJoeJerk toy review. I'm your host, the amazing Larry.
And today we'll be looking at the
G.I. Joe Classified Dial Tone. Alright, let's take a look at this box. We got the generic packaging. On this side of the box, we got that low effort artwork. $149. On this side of the box, we got your number, your battle stats, your artwork, and your QR code. On the back of the package, we get a nice digital render.
Telecom action. Silly ass backpack.
Legal mush. On the bottom of the box, you get your legal shit and your barcode. Alright, gang, let's get this guy out of the box. I got Excalibur right here and my poppin' stick. I forgot I don't need a poppin' stick anymore. Pop! We'll do our standard pull-out game for this one. Oy. Alright, you get your quick look right there. Ooh. Now let's take a look at this dial tone. First up, you know I go for the head sculpt, and this is looking really fucking good. He did come equipped with his beret, so let's take that off and take a look at him. So, like I said, the sculpting's all there. It's all dialed in. They did the hair really nice. Fade on the paint looks good on the hair right there. He's got a killer mustachio, and the photoreal just looks great. And once we get the beret back on, it's perfect. Over here, they did the nice little earpiece that goes sculpted down to the neck. And then the throat microphones are right in there. Down to the legs, this is just complete reuse of scrap iron. And there you go for the comparison. Not really a big deal. I like these legs, knees, and boots, so I have no problem with it. Plus, the original dial tone did have those crazy knee pads, so this is right on. On the left leg, they did add a sheath for a tiny little knife. Up on the thigh, he's got this little sculpted in radio. Has this teeny weeny antenna. Be careful with that. I think it'll snap off over time. But all of it looks good, and it's sculpted good, and the minimal paint looks nice. The articulation on the legs is nice and smooth, so I have no complaints. Drop down hips work really good. Have no complaints with those. Up here at the waist, this is a completely new diaper with a belt built in. So we got a loop for his little cell phone. We got a nice silver buckle there. Got a bunch of pouches that look really nice all the way around to the back. The belt's all studded and lots of texture over everything. This is really nice. At the waist, we just get a ball joint. He gets lots of motion. He does go back and forth pretty good. Up at the chest, we have this nice little green vest overlay. And we also have this tiny little bandolier thing here. But yeah, nice sculpting on the pockets, got texture. Up at the neck, we could tell that he has a nice little collar under all that. Up here, we got little pouches, nice sculpting. And this fits really snug once you get it in the position. Up here, we got his grenades and his smoke canisters. Around to the back, we got the peg. Just more sculpting and texture. Up at the shoulder, he does have a butterfly, so the arm does get lots of movement. We got a swivel joint at the shoulder, and I'm not familiar with this arm, so this might actually be new. Got a nice little pocket. This is an overlay, so you can move it up and down if you want. Double jointed pinless. On the back of his arm, he's got that little pad painted black. On his wrist, it looks like he has this mini toolkit it, all painted in silver, and then it's black around the other side. And it's floating, so it does move, like you can move it around. Then he also comes with these trigger fingers, look good. Same thing on the left arm, he's got that little telecom patch there. Down at the wrist, we got another floaty for no reason, and then trigger finger hands. Next up, we're gonna go over his accessories. So he comes with a specialty machine gun, a little cell phone, tiny knife, some kind of directional radar device, and his patented backpack. Here's a look at his machine gun, and this is made special for him. Looks like it's made out of a harder plastic. It did come completely straight. Up here at the top, you could put his cell phone in there. We'll look at that in a minute. The plastic is a lot more rigid on this, so I'm actually very happy. The magazine does pop out and goes back in, no problem. Boop. Here's a look at the tiny little cell phone. Basically, it's got a play a pause button. On the back, everything you'd want from a tiny little cell phone. Here's the tiny little knife, nothing we haven't seen before. It is nice and rigid, so it's not a piece of shit. Did come in straight. Here's the machine gun mounted with the cell phone on there. It looks pretty cool. It's a pretty fun idea. And here's his little radar listening device. I think that's what it is. Looks really fucking cool. I like the little antenna on there. Same thing on the other side. It's just a lot of fun. Looks good. And last up, we have his backpack, and this is completely reminiscent of the original. Looks really great. I love the little frame in the back, all the wires, the silver. This little thing comes down by his eye. I like the silvers and the browns all over it. Nice texture, nice detail all over the pockets. Same thing on this side, just everything just screams style tone. I fucking love it. On this side, we got his creepy little camera lenses. And then this thing opens up and folds down, and he's got a little computer over there with sliders. Actually, it looks like a soundboard to me. And then in there, just more technical shit, and it's all painted silver. And here he is with his backpack on, and that is just fucking perfect. That looks so fucking good. Let's move that thing down, goes down over his eye, and that looks cool too. It lines up with his head pretty well. Can't really argue with it. And here we have him with the cell phone and the machine gun all hooked up, and it was a little bit of a bitch to get everything set up, but it looks really good all together now. And here he is with the cell phone, and it fits into his hands just fine. And it's pretty funny that they had to update him with that. Tiny cell phone ports into the belt, no problem. Boop. Now, I did notice a giant gap back here, so that kind of sucks. So if you're gonna put the cell phone in here, be very careful. The cell phone does fit in there, but I would never trust it. So I would be very, very careful with this cell phone. And here he is with the listening device and the knife, and that fits in his hands, no problem. And this one's kind of fucking wonky. It doesn't fit so good. So just a warning, knife ports in, no problem. Boop. And for size comparison, we have him with Agent Helix and Eclipse. And here we have him with Dusty and Desert Rat. Next we have Snowjorb and Shadow Tracker. And last up we have him with Roadblock and Road Pig. So at the end of the day, and my final thoughts on this figure are, I have always been a big fan of Dial Tone. He's one of those figures as a kid, I just always had him, and he never got lost. And that color scheme is just burned into my head. Now, as far as the figure goes, I think it's a lot of fun. Totally nailed all of his colors. I like how the accessories are getting better. I love the photo reel. They nailed the backpack. So yeah, I am a fan of this figure. I think it's really good. And that's all I got this time, people. I'd like to thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next review.
Holy fuck! That was diabolical!
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Boner cams roll heavy, new bird trucks, dumb spot, sex clowns, slither ass play backlot, chrome on the wheels, drinks never rust, gas station toast, life laced with lust, all the jams from rock where neon lights flicker, sex clouds move, liquor spill quicker, chains on the neck, hustle in the veins, life in the truck stop, no one here faints, trash talking vultures, eyes on the prize, boner jams mask on, hidden in the skies. Ass play, roll call, gritty word, smoke or jams. Rock when neon lights flicker. Sex clouds move, liquor spill quicker. Chains on the neck, hustle in the veins. Life in the truck stop, no one here feigns. Jams roll heavy, new bird truck, stop, spot, sex, clown, slither, ass, play, back, lock. Chrome on the wheels, dreams.